Welcome to day 17 of the Flowing February Challenge. How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments. Today, I'm feeling sore, especially in the lower body, as that was our focus yesterday, to gradually, as the class progressed, get up off the floor without using our hands. So today, we'll continue with that theme of using the legs when it comes to the transitions to get up off of the mat. And we'll try to stay off of the wrists today, so no chatarangas in this practice. So if that sounds good to you, find your spine. Take one shoulder, roll it under the body, and then the other. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. As you settle into your mat, widen the breath into the sides of the ribs. Exhale fully. And then pause and touch your thumb to your index, thumb to middle, thumb to ring, thumb to pinky, thumb to index, middle, ring, pinky, index, middle, ring, pinky. The Pilates castanets here. A few more times. And pause and let those hands settle into the mat. And circle arms overhead, long body stretch. Bring in a yawn, let it become real. As you circle those arms and hug those knees in. Nice little circles to begin here. Starting slow. Switch directions of the circles. Pause, knees hug a little closer to the chest as you lengthen the legs and bend. Lengthen and bend. Maybe inhale to reach, exhale to return. Soften the shoulders. Let's do two more. Last one, lift those legs up, part them as the hands plant, and squeeze those legs toward one another. Flex through the toes, open the legs, point the toes, squeeze legs together. So there's some activity here. So we awaken the legs, mobility. Let's do two more. Get the sense of zip up of the thighs. We need that in our standing strength. And return to center, hug the knees in once more, then plant the feet. The feet could be parallel, so hip distance apart like train tracks, or today you might squeeze the legs together. Palms turn down here, inhale, and exhale, peel just the low spine off the earth and roll it back down. Roll it up and return. Notice what your breath pattern naturally does. So you squeeze the legs. So two more this way. Last one with a partial lift. And see if you can come up any higher. Start to roll through the whole spine. Heavy those shoulders. Sometimes they want to lift. One more. Lift the hips as high as you comfortably can as you press those arms down. Then come onto the toes and just pause for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep them lifted. Tricked you. And open those knees and close the legs. Open and close. Heels are lifted. Let's do 3, 2. Last one. Open, close, roll down through the spine. Hug knees in. Widen the legs to rib distance apart. And rock. It's like a relaxed, happy baby. And then pause and start to make circles with the thighs. So opposite one another. So it'll be a little frustrating. And reverse directions. And return to center. Plant those feet, arms extend out into a T, and then let the legs low one way and the opposite way. Just a few more. Final time, legs away from me, toward and roll onto that side. Press yourself up into a Z sit. Ground through those legs. Again, they are anchored tall through the spine. Side bend toward the shin. And then opposite side. Just a few like this. Still awakening our bodies. One more time. Nice. Open up on a diagonal here and then sweep that arm closed. Open and close, just to bring a little rotation into our practice later for rotated or revolved triangle. Let's do 2 more like this. Last one, open, maybe without use of the hands. See if you can switch the legs. And then allow yourself to side bend away from the legs and toward them. Away. And then up and over toward legs. Getting some release through upper body. One more time. And that hand grounds, open across the heart and rotate close and open. And see if you can sit up a little taller and have the rotation come from chest. Notice your natural breath pattern. Let's do 2 more. Last one, reach open. Now, lift those arms up. See if you can cross your legs in front of you. Roll forward onto the shins. The hands can come down in order to find tabletop, so hands and knees. Make your way to the center of your mat, then tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. And then walk feet to center of your mat, facing that nice long edge. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, fold. Again, halfway lift and fold. It's a few more times. 2, lengthen your spine. Last one, lengthen your spine. Hands come to the hips. You can bend the knees if you'd like, or maybe they can stay long as you rise on the exhale. Step out with your right foot. Turn the toes to the short edge of the mat. Bend that knee. Lengthen your stance here. Warrior 2. Lead leg can extend as the arms reach and bend. Continue to warm up here through the hips standing. Looking for nice tracking of that knee over second and third toe. Do 3, 2. Last one. Reach those arms overhead, up and back in a diagonal. So you lengthen the lead leg. And then body returns to stack, shoulders, hips, rebend that knee. Sweep the back arm forward as you step the back leg further in. Turn to the short edge of your mat for warrior 1. Lengthen that lead leg. And then hands come out in front of the body. Press the palms toward one another. Slide that right or left hand back along the right arm and return. Other arm slides and return. As you do this, find strength through the legs. One more, open, really draw back, pause. That's all we'll do for now. Step forward, arms can sweep overhead, then sink into chair, maybe with legs squeezed together today. Come up onto the toes, and then replant the feet and fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold once more and step back with that left leg. Plant the shin. Lift up through your torso into the low lunge. And hands to heart. So again, explore this hip a little with the rock, forward and back. Now, can we get up without use of the hands? Need to put them down or on the thigh. Please do so. However, give this a try. Tuck the back toes, press into that foot. So maybe you do this and then you utilize the hand, but you feel the sense of lift and strength through the legs first, okay? Or hands at heart center as you lengthen the back leg, then bend it a little so you can step forward, okay? Let's fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. And fold again, roll up through your spine. Circle your arms, reach. And hands back to heart center. Step back with that left leg again. Do a nice long lunge, only to pivot so the toes face the long edge of the mat. Turned out just slightly here. Bend those knees and then straighten the legs. Bend to straight. Just 3. See how low you can sink with a tall spine. 2. Last one. Bend to straight. Reach those arms up. And let's turn to the opposite end of the mat. So the left toes turn to the short edge. Widen your stance as you need here for warrior 2. Lengthen the lead leg as the arms reach. And bend. Continue here. Check how that knee's tracking. Can we make the arms strong too, even though that's not our focus today? Really resist the reach and the press down. Let's do 3. Make them active. 2. Last one. Lengthen the lead leg and the arms reach back slight diagonal here. And return the shoulders to stack over the pelvis. Arms can extend from the shoulder. Take that back arm, sweep it forward as you bend that lead leg and step that right foot in a little. Arms can reach overhead for our warrior 1. Lengthen the lead leg and hands clap in front of you. That right hand draws back and return. So if you can rotate from upper spine here, opposite arm, rotate through upper spine and return. So try to stay solid through the low back. I practiced that yesterday. I'm sure we weren't arching in low back. Solid through the legs. They squeeze toward one another. One more, draw back, pause. Reach those arms overhead as you step forward, press through your legs. Little baby back bend here. And hands to heart as you sink through the hips. Come onto those toes in your chair. Squeeze legs together and fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale. And lower that right leg. Step it back, lower the shin, reach to the upper body. Hands to your heart. Little rock forward and back. So you find your legs. And pause. Tuck those back toes. Find that strength. With that strength, with or without the hands here. Tuck the back toe, the back knee rather. Lengthen that leg, then bend it a little. So you'd shift back and then step forward. Press up to stand. Arms can circle. Hands to heart center. Let's step into a long lunge. And open it back up into our warrior 2. Reach those arms overhead as you lengthen the lead leg. And switch the feet. Turn so your right toes are now your lead. Your right toes lead. Bend that knee, warrior 2 again. Lengthen that leg, reach, reach, reach. Keep it long, hands extend or arms extend from the shoulder, hips travel back in space. That right arm down, left arm up. Triangle. Rebend that lead leg, find a side angle here, long, long through the waist. And pivot on the back toes. Both arms can reach overhead, a runner's lunge. Only to shorten your stance, step that back foot in a little bit, lengthen through the right leg, and then rebend it as the arms come out in front. Lengthen the leg, arms reach, and rebend. Press those palms together. So there's still some work through the arms here again. Lengthen and bend. Last time, lengthen. Keep the length in the legs, arms reach in front. That left arm can draw back. And return. That right arm can draw back. And from here, reach, reach, reach with the body. Legs are active. And that left hand goes to the outside of the right leg, high opposite elbow. Maybe you even lengthen that top arm. Bend that lead leg, sweep yourself up, and return to center. Open up into a warrior two again. Back arm sweeps in front of the face. Switch the arms, switch the feet. Find your warrior two on this side. Then lengthen that left leg back in space. Reach, reach, reach through that lead arm and angle that arm down. Other arm up. Triangle here. Rebend that left knee. The forearm could come to thigh. Other arm maybe over the ear. Soften through the toes as you press actively through the full whole of the foot. Pivot on the back toes. So you face the short edge of your mat. Both arms can reach overhead in this lunge. And then shorten your stance for that warrior one. Lengthen the lead leg as the arms reach. Bend the lead leg as the arms just come into front. And lengthen, reach, and bend, and extend those arms. Do two more like this. Remembering to press through that back foot just as much as the front one. Last time, lengthen the lead legs, the arms extend. Arms return out in front of you, but the legs stay as they are. Squeeze them toward one another. That right hand, slide it back, bow and arrow, and return. That left arm, slide it back, stay, reach, reach forward with the body. And then that right arm, right hand to the inside of the left leg, revolved triangle. Maybe lengthen top arm. And rebend the left knee, sweep that right arm out in front of you, stand nice and tall. And turn to the front of your mat, step forward and sink into chair this time. Lengthen those legs as you fold. Hands to shins, halfway lift, inhale, and fold again. Let's find our breath, halfway lift, and fold. Just a few more. One more time, lift. Lower, that left leg will step back. Find a low lunge here. And then angle the body forward as you bend that front knee richly. And then hands can come down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee if you'd like for a lizard or a lowered lizard. More breath in. And then as you exhale, walk those hands out on a diagonal to the outer edge of your mat. And then both sets of toes will face the long edge of your mat as you find center in your wide-legged forward fold. We'll just pause here. And then walk those feet in a little to find your mala. And return to the fold. Widen legs again. And sweep the hands over to your right. Frame the front foot. Lower the new back knee. Lift up. And hands to heart. As you explore the lean. And then hands land on the inside of that right leg. If you'd like, you could tuck the back toes and find a high lizard or a low lizard. Lift that back knee if you'd like. And walk the hands out on a diagonal. Look under the legs, runner's gait. And both sets of toes turn toward the long edge of your mat as you find center here. Let's plant through that left hand, rotate right. Other arm can extend. And return. Try the opposite side. Neutral or natural curves. And then rotate. And return. Those feet will walk in around shoulder distance so that we can sink the hips again. With a strong center, rotate left. And rotate right. Left. And right. Return to center. See, you can be really strong through the legs. And then press yourself up, star. Only to return to the mala. And pause. So some press through the feet. And then either with hands behind you or not, have a seat. Take that right leg in front, left leg back. Now Z sit again. Angle the legs as it feels good. Some people, its knee is parallel to the shin. And maybe a lean forward. Have your stag paw pose here. Adjust the legs. Could also lengthen that back leg out if you prefer pigeon. And stretch through this hip. Soften the face, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders, the legs still pressed down. One more inhale. And exhale to sit up nice and tall. Maybe hands at heart center, staying high. This can be challenging in and of itself, not to lean. And legs, switch them. That left leg forward, right leg back, maybe without the hands. Everyone has a more challenging side. Then hands can touch down as you maybe angle the legs or walk forward or take your pigeon. Active legs while they stretch. And soften forehead, eyes, cheeks, jaw, front of the neck, the chest, down the arms, soft through the arms. And just support you a little. Few more breaths. Another inhale. And exhale to sit up tall and pause with hands at heart center. Another breath in. And exhale, bring legs in front of you. Maybe the feet can meet. Further the way there from the body, the easier it tends to be to sit up tall. So for me, mine are fairly far away. You might weave those hands underneath the legs, or maybe even stay tall or angled, pressing soles of feet together. Another breath in. And exhale to close those knees, maybe without the hands. See if you can turn yourself, again, maybe without hands, so that your body's in line with your mat, the long edge of your mat. And then maybe use your center to help you come down. So you press feet into earth. Ah, ah. Hug those knees to chest. And plant the feet. You could keep the legs side by side and let them lull over to the left, or could cross that right leg over if you'd like. Then shift the hips maybe a little bit to the right as the legs go left and open those arms. Do what feels right on your hip and your spine. It's nice rotation. Another breath in, and exhale to return to center. Uncross that leg if you had it crossed. Clasp back of the right thigh as you hug the knee in for a hamstring stretch. Rebend that leg. Place the feet side by side. Thighs could be together, or left leg crosses over the right one. Shift to the hips, perhaps the left as the legs go right. Another breath in and exhale to return to center. Uncross those legs. Maybe another knee hug. Both thighs. And that right foot will replant, left leg lengthens to the sky. Hamstring stretch. And then hug that knee back into chest. And then lengthen the leg out. Maybe arms reach. Perhaps the whole body lengthens. And when you're ready, find your savasana. Inhale and exhale. Start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, or roll wrists and ankles. Maybe a long body stretch. Maybe a final knee hug. Roll toward me and press yourself up to seated. Roll the head side to side. And drop the chin through center. Lift the arms up as you look up. And hands draw to your heart. May what we do, say, think, come from this space. Thank you for practicing with me today. Satnam. Thank you for joining me for class number 17. I hope I'll see you tomorrow for class 18. Take care and see you soon.